Fox News and Facebook did to our parents what they said video games would do to us. Apparently, pandemic is over. I just got invited to a Halloween party and got called lame for giving virus as my reason for not coming. The person who invited me now has virus. Christians and Muslims are brothers and sisters, and we must act as such. Pop, why don't you ask Muslims to convert to Christianity? Please read John 14:6. Excuse me, did you seriously just ask the Pope to read the Bible? The power went out on Halloween, so my friend and I still wanted to make tea. So we had to do this. Took 40 minutes, but it still worked. But it's gas, not electric. You could have lit the burner with a lighter. My boyfriend turned down 5 fully paid scholarships just to stay here with me. I really love this man so much. Your boyfriend is dumb as crap. Me? I fixed your Wi-Fi. Dumbass lady. No, you didn't. Me? Yes, I did. Dumbass lady. Well, how come my home Wi-Fi isn't showing? Me? Because you're not at home. Stupid ass people I deal with, bruh. So weird how nobody ever asked me how we pay for the endless wars or the billions in tax breaks we give to the richest people on earth. But the second someone mentions policies to vastly improve millions of lives, Grandpa breaks out of the frickin' abacus. A girl keeps sending my local news station screenshots of the landscape from Red Dead Redemption 2 for their out and about news segment. And they keep putting it on the news thinking it's a photo. Well, I salute you. Love how basically every study says that students do better in school with less homework and later start times, and workers do better with more vacation days and shorter shifts. But we do the exact opposite in the godforsaken country because pretending feelings apparently beat facts. I guess if that's what the fact is, why aren't we implementing those things that are sure will give the results? When I was a kid, if you walked around with a mask on because you had a 0.2 chance of dying, they called you a paranoid schizophrenic. But 0.2 is 20%. Please excuse me while I search for a new psychiatrist. From Behavioral Health Education Services. Justin has an appointment with Dr. Marshall on Monday. Replied to confirm date and time. Pee pee poo poo. Justin, this is not an automated message. Should we consider this as a confirmation for said date and time? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Yes, tomorrow at 12:45 works fine. Oh, he must be so embarrassed. Day 20 of quarantine. Me and the boys still having fun. This is not social distancing unless you all live together, which I doubt. Oh, did you look at the picture? It's all the same guy. I love this girl on TikTok who is like, no matter how many times someone explains it to me, I'll never understand why we can't just print more money. If we print more money, then it loses its value. Then just make it not. I thought humans made the rules. It looks like someone failed economics. The real question is, if you knew you couldn't afford, then why call the ambulance in the first place? My man, holy crap. Here are some ideas to cancel student debt. Live with your parents or roommates. Stop eating out frequently or make your own food. Buy your own alcohol. Get a second job or side hustle. Also, try harder to be born wealthy. Avoid financial disasters like your parents losing their job or someone in the family fighting cancer. Make sure you have a rich uncle who can bail you out if you run out of money. Satan doesn't whisper, believe in me. He whispers, believe in yourself. Oh, supposed to be an ad for Jesus, but it makes Satan seem freaking mad as hell. Shout out to England for trying the vaccine first. Well, they don't have rights in England, so they probably didn't have a choice. You're not even allowed unpasteurized cheese in the USA. Don't tell me your rights. The only rights we have above and beyond the UK is a right for the person with a room temperature IQ to buy a gun. There will come a day when they will hunt people to wax them. It's part of the agenda. Prepare. Your kids will die off on their own. No reason to hunt them down. For all those Karens saying, this is America, speak English. Remember, America does not even have an official language. They did as he was getting images photo of a shark and cropped it into their poster. This is a freaking joke. That's what stock photos are for. Did you think they actually photographed a dude chilling with sharks? A man digs 12 feet deep hole without realizing his metal detector was picking up his steel-toe cap safety boots. Oh man. People born in 2003 are 23 now. That's crazy. I was born in 2004 and I turned 16 on Friday. Is your brain running on Internet Explorer? A man threatened to sue a magazine for using his photo in a story about all hipsters looking the same, only to learn it's not him in the picture. I broke up with my girlfriend at a restaurant and she started crying. Everyone thought I had proposed, so they started clapping. Oh. When I was 16, my parents commissioned my granddad to paint a portrait of me to raise my self-esteem. It did not. Uber will soon know if you're drunk and could refuse to pick you up. That defeats the whole point of Uber. People with no kids who'll turn your lights off and hand you a remote. I told Google to turn the lights off and my remote is on the end table next to where I sit. It's 2020, stop using your fruit as employees. Before entering, employees or customers are not required to wear masks. We use the strongest protection possible. God, if you catch a virus, that is between you and him. Are you Asian? Yep. So what kind of knees are you? Knees? Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, Koreanese, Philippines? Smart one. This planet is a freaking reality show for aliens. It has to be. A mask with help for them to play those instruments. Wow. What's the logic behind these? One time I went to hand someone a bowl of hot soup and my brain tried to say, "Careful, it's hot. And here's your soup." So instead I blurted out, "Careful, it's soup." Wow, that's high-level humiliation. Kuwaiti police has shut down a fish store that was sticking googly eyes on fish to make them appear more fresh than they are. Oh, the lengths people go. Bill Nye perfectly shut down the bogus signs of anti-maskers in a viral TikTok. I used to like him. I went so far to get his autograph for my children. Dude is bought and paid for by the Democratic Party. My ears won't hear another thing he says. His signs doesn't match my signs. What do you mean his signs doesn't match my signs? Is signs different for everyone? I never understood when people say, "I drive wild until today I looked back and saw my baby look like this." Oh, poor baby. God never created us to die but to live forever. There is no evidence for a God or that he created anything at all. There is plenty if you were an archaeologist and found places, people, and stuff found in the Bible you would believe. There is a lot of evidence New York is a real place. Is that evidence Spider-Man is real? Give cyclists space. What is the purpose of this if it does the opposite? Okay, again, whatever person you look at, 3% is hardly the Spanish flu levels as was my point originally. If your house catches on fire, is it fine because the fire from 100 years ago was bigger? Some people. Homosexual people have the right to be in a family. They are children of God. Pope Francis said in one of his sit-down interviews for the film. He is not a true Catholic. He is literally the Pope. BMW is a man's car. Mercedes is for women. Cars are made for whoever the freak can afford them. Calling everything fake news while getting your information from some ridiculous Facebook group or cosplay militia blog might be some of the most ridiculous crap I have ever heard. Their hypocrisy never fails to amuse me. This will get you feeling festive. Cyclist spends 9 hours creating Merry Christmas message on his fitness app. Since when has Christmas had a T in the middle? I think from the start. We trust God. Dark clouds can cover sun. Good will defeat evil. This is literally what dark clouds do. Preventing the next pandemic will cost $22 billion a year, scientists say, or 3% of the 2020 military budget. Something is definitely going on. Mystery monolith from Oda Desert appears next to prehistoric fortress in Romania. I can tell you exactly what's going on. Someone's going around putting monoliths in places. People born in 2003 are 23 now. That's crazy. American girls are really like this? I'm not American, I'm Arizonian. A homeless man held up and robbed a bank for $1, then sat down and waited for the police to come and arrest him so he could receive healthcare in prison. A budget airline wants to remove all the seats from its planes and make passengers stand. What's next? We gotta push the damn plane to build up speed on the runway? Oh, you better not give them any more ideas. Rest of the world. Did you see America had their highest confirmed cases in a day yesterday? Why can't they get it under control? America, sir, here, take your free mask. No, I can't breathe with that. I don't know who needs to hear this, but this is a reminder that I'm willing to die for my religion. If I get virus attending Mars, then I'll deal with it, but I'm not missing out on worshipping. You don't get to bar me from my religion because you're scared. Be mad, don't care. I don't know how to say this carefully, but I tested positive for the virus. I would really appreciate some prayers for my husband and I. He has a pre-existing condition and I'm really worried about him. Oh, you should have thought about it before. What spy missions backfired? The FBI assigned a secret agent to infiltrate a mosque in Southern California in 2013 with an intention of finding out if there were terrorists within the mosque. The man, Craig, started attending services every weekend, getting to know many of the other attendees. He was welcomed and accepted by the community. While attending, he got a reputation for being very forgetful, leaving his keys and phone at the building. These everyday items actually had secret recording devices installed on them. Quite interestingly, and eventually, other attendees of the mosque reported him to the FBI out of concern that he might be a terrorist. He'd been discussing violent jihad. The intention was to find out if any of the mosque members were likened to his ideas of terrorism. Somehow, the FBI thought his words, "We should blow up the infidels," would be met with cheers of joy. But they found out Muslims in attendance weren't actually fans of terrorists either. It was a bit of black eye for the FBI, and they are now contending with a lawsuit, and probably rightfully so. If you watched this far, I believe you must have enjoyed watching this video. So if you could leave a like and subscribe to this channel, that would help this channel to a great extent. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day.